Hello, everybody. Welcome to the evening show with Gator tonight. Hope you all had a good day of trading and that it was profitable for you. If, hopefully not only um, for your wallet, but also mentally that you had a good day. I thought it could have been a difficult day. It was kind of choppy. I had a pretty good day. We'll talk about my first 30 minutes, my rest of my day, what I think about the market. But before we get going, usual disclaimer. Um, this is for entertainment purposes only. It's and you should take it as that. Don't take anything I say too seriously. If you should just take it as entertainment. I am not offering advice, you know, investment choices, stock picks, anything like that. So take everything I say with a grain of salt. All that being said, welcome to the show. A little bit of housekeeping stuff first. Probably won't do a show tomorrow night. Hopefully we'll do one Friday. Actually, I have game night with some friends on Friday, I think. So this will probably be the last show. But I will have some videos posted later this week. So I'm editing a video right now of a new Fidelity setup, like a better one than the one that I have. So if you liked that one and you want a more in-depth one with better graphics and stuff, because I've messed with my software, you'll have that. So you'll have that coming. What else? For the channel, I'll be doing a lot of updates for the channel. For now, the only place I stream and I do stuff is Discord, and then I post it to YouTube. I'll probably have new locations in the near future. A lot of stuff's going to start happening after the next year for me. I am starting to move from Maryland, where I live right now, down to Georgia. So while I'm doing that, I'm going to try to keep as much content as I can, but especially once the summer hits and possibly before then, um, I'll be doing a lot more content, a lot of different content, and I'll be doing a lot more on this show, and I'll be streaming to different locations. So as I start doing that, I'll let you guys know so I can keep everyone kind of posted. If you do want to support me and support that kind of stuff, like the YouTube channel, share it, like the videos that are posted, stuff like that. It kind of lets me know the direction to take things people like to see, comment on stuff, interact. The more you do that, the more it helps me kind of push things in a certain direction and know that people are liking what I'm putting out. What's going on, CT? So let's get into this trading. So today, first thing, I agree with, so for those of you guys who don't know, I'm part of the T3 live room. I do I watch in there, I trade in there. If you're interested in that, hit me up either in the comments or in Discord. Discord's free to join. You can join and I can send you the link to join that room that we trade in. Geronimo's show tonight where he talked about his sentiment for the market. I share his sentiment. I almost went long Tesla overnight and some other names. I really have bullish feelings going into the rest of this year, the rest of December. I didn't, whether or not you like some of the stuff that's been happening with the way the Fed's doing and the way the government's doing things, I do think overall we're going to have a pretty good December end of the month. I think so far it's been choppy ever since the week of Thanksgiving. I think it might be picking up. No, I'm not coming in tomorrow blasting. As a matter of fact, to force myself to trade smart, I ended up making some money today. I made about 10K, a little bit more. And I'm going to take out probably 25 plus K and just take it out, put it in a separate account so I can like decrease the size of my account and force myself to trade smart. I might even go down to 30K. At least until the market actually changes, because I don't want to come into tomorrow or the rest of this week or next week with too much conviction until I actually see the market change. But mentally, I'm expecting some follow through whenever in the next week or two going into the end of the month. Hopefully that happens. I don't know. I can't tell the future, but that's just my thoughts. That's just what I'm thinking. That's the direction I'm going in the market. I'm hoping to start seeing that follow through that we saw in November. Now that the debt ceiling's done, now that we know what the rates they're expecting next year, and all this kind of stuff, I think that's very bullish for the market. The market likes certainty and it hates uncertainty. So when it thinks it knows what's going to happen, it's it's easier to play. That's just my experience. Maybe yours is different. Maybe you have different opinion. If you think so, feel free to throw it in the comments. Let's get started with what I did today. I adjusted. If you watched yesterday's video, I adjusted early in the day, and we're going to see that. I did some smart trades, some dumb trades, and we're just going to go through the first little bit of my day. You can see my day started off 67,000 where I left off yesterday, $461.67 in this account. So I don't actually trade. I'm just going to let this run. I'll stop it. I'll probably skip forward and go back ahead. I'm jumping around and watching some stuff. I don't take any trades. I think the first trade I take is Roku. I decided not to do a one and done short. I decided not to trade anything. I decided to wait a little bit. I'm still suspicious and cautious of the names in the market and how names are playing. And although I see Roku could have worked there if I would have taken it, you can see it kind of dropping, and me watching it. What I'm doing here is I'm watching the options to see how they move, because I'm seeing Roku drop and I'm like, man, how much are these options moving? Are they even moving at all for this price drop? If I bought it, would I even make money? So that's kind of what I'm thinking right now. What if I got the worst possible fill, and then the worst, is there any chance of making money here? And I mean, I see I'm moving some there, but you can see the bid doesn't move on them. And because the bid doesn't move, it kind of makes me a little suspicious. Means that I'm relying on price improvement, and within the first 5 to 10 minutes, that's not always guaranteed. It's definitely not always guaranteed in Roku. I have a hard time making money in Roku, even though you're going to watch me make money in it here in a second. I'm thinking to myself here, okay, Roku's the weakest name. I'm watching Tesla. You can see it on my 2 and 1 minute chart. What you guys cannot see is I do have 9 charts elsewhere, and another chart and a few other things. So I have other charts that I might forget to put up for people to see, because I forget which ones I'm recording. So I'm looking at Roku here. Here is kind of a 2 and done short, 2 minute breakdown. And I take the 210s. They're not very spread. I'm very slow on this trade because I'm hesitating. So I sold. There you go. This was actually a good trade. You saw my entry there. I was fine with this. I wasn't too slow with it. I'm up. See, notice the difference there. I'll pause. I made almost a point on 30 contracts. I made 80, I don't know, whatever that is, 80, 80 cents or something on those contracts. So now I'm up to 5 or something, 2,500 on the day. I'm not sure. After that first trade. So if you're a normal trader and you're like, man, whatever, you could have logged off right now. 2,000 something is over $500,000 a year. One trade, I'm done. 1 minute. One trade, pick the right name, and you're done. What I like about what I traded there was I sold quick and I didn't hold for that breakdown, because I have a history with Roku and I know that it very rarely just goes and continues going. You very rarely get good price improvement. I got no price improvement there. So I wanted to play it again because I made money in it, but I liked that I sold it quick and then it popped. That was my positive takeaway from that trade in my head, and I thought, okay, I'm going to try it again. I got the bottom of this 1 minute candle here. I think I chase here. I think this is a bad trade. I took 30 again, got filled at 812. I'm already green on the trade. So I could sell right now and make some money. So it popped against me, at least the option did, and I sold there and got great fills on the exit. Even without price improvement, I made another 50 cents. So right now on the day, I'm up a little over 3 grand, 3.5 on those 2 trades. Very quick buy and sell. Good fills, other people might have done that and not get good fills. I got good fills. I was happy with it. So I stuck with this name, and I end up taking a big loss. I think in my head I was like, man, I need to wait. I need to let this pop up. I don't think I do. I'm pretty sure I chase again and I lose. That's the problem with getting rewarded for a bad trade. Sometimes you'll make another bad trade and the market won't actually save you. So let's see what happens here. Yep, I waited way too long to get that. Not a good fill there. I'm actually a point down in this right now if I got the worst fill possible. That was a very stupid trade. Okay, what did I do right? Did I sell yet? I didn't sell yet. What I did wrong? Okay, I sold. I didn't hold. I probably held too long. I should have just sold it and took the loss, but that's fine. I lost 80 cents, so I basically gave back that first trade that I made. Now I'm up only $800. I can't remember what I could have done there, because the smart thing would have been to wait for it to pop up and then trade it to the short side, because that's in my head what I wanted to do. And I think I even called it out and said I want to mark one in Roku, and that was a Mark 1, but it was barely one. And with the way that Roku pops around, it can be hard to kind of catch those. It could be difficult to trade. So I haven't watched this footage yet. I don't really remember what I did. So let's wait and see. I'm pretty sure I lose a second time in this, and I give back a little bit more. And then I think I decide to leave it alone because the cues are popping. Either way, right now I'm only up about $900. So I gave back the entire first trade I made, and that second trade that I made is all that I have, which is fine. That's part of it though, and I'm showing you guys this and not just showing the trades that I went on, because you know, it's important to see that even for like having successful days, you don't need to be like, I could have tilted here, I could have bent into it, I could have just tried to slam it again or something, but I waited for the next good setup. And I don't remember if I win or lose on this, but let's see when I buy. I don't think I take it yet. Pretty sure I'm patient here. I'm waiting. I think because I know I want to play it, but in my head I'm probably watching the cues. I'm watching Roku. I'm like, man, this might go. I know it's weak on the day. I've got no price improvement. Okay, I bought right here. So reason I bought right here, let me pause it. I talked about this yesterday. Notice where that candle is at. I know you can't see my cursor. Notice where my candle's at on the last red bar you see after the green bar. That candle is the very top. Now, the Mark 1 short, the trigger's all the way down there at the bottom. I don't know if it's going to trigger. I don't know if it's not going to trigger. What I know is that at that entry, it kind of chopped around for a second, and then it started going in the direction I wanted it to go. I bought instantly because if it starts going down and it doesn't trigger, I can sell for a profit. My stop loss, as it were, is the top. Well, actually, it's if it just goes up any, I'm going to sell it. But it's if it breaks up above the top of that previous candle, I have a natural stop loss. Like, I'm not going to let that candle go higher. If it goes higher, Roku's probably going to hit the 8, and then I play a Know Your Limit 8 short. So that's how I play these. And so I'm front running this pretty far, and I actually don't think this triggers, and I make money in it. Let's see. So I already bought. I got decent. I mean, you can see how tight the contracts are. I'm down money right now. I sell. So I sell there because it popped a little bit. I don't think I gave it any room. Like, that's how quickly I get out of these if it doesn't do what I want. Now, maybe I should have held. Maybe I shouldn't have. Some people would be like, hey, you should have held. Notice I changed to Tesla because it's going up here. Roku wasn't doing what I wanted, and it wasn't doing it as quickly as I wanted. Tesla was popping and seemed bullish, so I jumped over to Tesla. I was like, whatever. Like, and if you look at Roku on the left, it is working, and I would have probably been up money, but let me pause this here so I can finish talking Roku. But it didn't do what I wanted. I was like, I don't know about this. Not great feels. Let's go try Tesla. Tesla's popping. This looks like it can make me more money quicker. Right or wrong decision, that's the thought process that goes in my head. That's why we call ourselves the rotation crew. I rotated over to Tesla, and I bought it because we had these two big igniting candles on increasing volume. I'm expecting a possible third igniting candle, a third candle that's going to break up even higher. And so I buy within, I think this is about 10 seconds after the candle closes. It pulled down just a little bit, and I usually with Tesla you get a small pull down and then a quick pop like that. So that's what I'm watching. When did I sell? So it's popping. It's popping. I have 20 contracts. I'm up to $2 right now. Over $2. I'm letting it pop. I'm letting it pop. Now would have been a good sell time. It started to go against me a little bit, and I sold. And instead of making 2 points, I made a point and 30 cents. So I could have played that better. I think I noted in my head, hey, sell a little bit quicker while it's popping, not while it's dropping down. That's the difference, guys. 50 cents plus. But that's how I play that. I'm now up $3,000 on the day, a little over $3,000 on the day. So I'm sitting here. I sized down. Notice I sized down because we've had these 3 candles. Tesla's dropping. It's not just sitting up top. So I sized down from 20 contracts to 10 contracts. I want to protect my day. I thought this was a good improvement. Instead of trying to Rambo it, I was like, I don't know. The cues are pulling down. Tesla's had 3 big bars. Let's wait and see what happens. I've already bought. I'm already up money. I bought when that next candle started ticking higher, and I already sold. Whether or not it goes up, it doesn't matter. I'm already up, and I'm ready to buy back in. I made 30 cents on that. I'm probably checking Roku there. I'm glad I got away from that one. I'm looking at Tesla, waiting for it to go higher. Because you can always get back in. There's no reason to hold a trade if you're green. This was the change I made from the other day. Yesterday I was holding for that breakout. Right now I really didn't. So I know that what the top of this current candle is, and I'm waiting to buy it. I'm waiting to find a good entry point. I have a number in my head that I'm going to buy it if it goes through. I think at this point, yes, because it's so early in the candle. Okay, here's the next 10 seconds of the candle. I'm ready to buy if it goes up. I'm watching the Qs chop around. I don't buy there. I don't buy there. It never really started going up with any volume. You don't see any speed on the level 2 to the upside. It's just kind of chopping around and chopping down. I'm being patient. It already had that big red bar. It didn't go higher. I want it to give me at least two digestive candles. Two digestive candles is really the key. Sometimes you get more. Sometimes you get less, sorry. But that's usually what I look for with decreasing volume on each one. The next candle I'm fairly bullish in. I think the next candle you're also going to get a 2-minute red bar if it goes down. Now that Tesla's pulled down a decent amount, I bought, did I just buy? No, I'm getting ready to buy. So in my head, I'm basically like, if Tesla starts ticking up here, I'm in. Because I know I want to play it to the long side. The Qs are falling down. I'm just waiting. Is it going to tick up with any type of speed? I don't buy. I'm not guessing. I'm not just, okay, it closed. It hasn't shown me any strength since it started pulling down. So, okay, there it is. You saw it going up. I saw it going up. Now I'm ready to get out. 24, like 08, 09 was the fill. So I'm already up a point maybe. Is it going to trigger? So that's your mark 1. I haven't sold. I'm up a point plus in these. And I sold. Better sell that time, and really good PI, better sell that time than last time. If I would have held that 1 or 2 more seconds, look how quick that is. Look how much timing matters. I'm going to drop back. Look how much timing matters on these. Why you sell the pop, especially early in the day. Look at this. I'm in it at 24:09, and right now it's at 25:35. That tape, it broke out. So it instantly broke out. The Qs are falling. What am I thinking in my, like, OODA loop? I'm not looking at the money. I know I'm up money, and I see the Qs falling. I see Tesla printed higher like it was a breakout. It hasn't hit the 8 yet, so not a ton of conviction. And it didn't just rip. It slowed down and started chopping. I'm like, yo, I'm out. I'm up a point. I take the money. I sold. Did I sell yet? Not yet. Let's wait till it goes through. So I sold there. See where I get filled at. The spread is like 24 to 25.50, so I got good PI. Got filled at 25.23, and watch how quickly this drops. That's 1 second. How many seconds before it drops all the way down? 1, 2, 3, like 3 seconds later, and I'm all the way back down where I could lose money on the trade. You have to sell this pop. Amen on you. You have to sell the pop. Sorry, I can't talk today. Early in the day. Until you get that conviction, or you're in a trade where it just is running on you and you're like, yo, I don't have to sell this. But there's no reason to hold anything, especially if you saw my buy point. My buy point in Tesla was not up at the top of this candle. If I would have bought the breakout in Tesla at the top of that candle, I would have lost in this trade, possibly a point. And I would have been mad and toxic. I bought it at the bottom of the candle when it started elevating with volume, like speed on the level 2. And then it basically failed a breakout, but I was already up a point, and I made a point on a failed breakout. Whether or not it actually printed, I don't know. And I could just get right back in it now if I want to. And I took 20 contracts on that, so that was a $2,000 trade. The reason I sized up, guys, and so here's the thought process in my head, and something I thought I did better than yesterday. I sized down on the previous trades because I caught a big breakout, and then it gave me this ugly candle, the ugly 1-minute candle that you saw when I took 10 contracts. On the next one, I think I took 10 contracts too because we didn't really have a pullback yet, so I'm not sizing up. I haven't had a pullback to give me conviction. Okay, we had a pullback, and because I was buying it at the bottom of the candle, I thought my risk reward was a little bit better This is something I'm actively just like thinking about in milliseconds in my head. And I buy the second it starts going up, and then I load to sell and I'm ready to sell. So that was a $2,000 trade. I'm now up $6,000 or so on the day. And we're only 10 minutes into the day. I'm waiting for Know Your Limit 8 now. And Tesla, the Qs are also falling. That doesn't give me a lot of conviction. Elevated volume bar on the 1 minute. Not really a good look. I think I'm keeping 20 contracts here, guys, because I'm not sure how I play this. Hopefully I change contracts. I don't yet, because I got great PI on the sell. PI on the entry was 0. Dangerous trade. I keep 20 contracts because it's going to hit the 8, and that's another C strategy. I buy here because the Qs are popping, and I'm ready to sell. Qs are popping. Tesla, the 8 could lean in here. I think I got really bad PI there. Pretty sure I lose here. Yep, I lost 30 cents. So you see that same strategy doesn't always work, buying when it pops. I'm ready to get back in now. I checked my my PI to see what I got. I think I don't like this contract at this point, but I don't know that I want to take the time to change it because I know if Tesla pops, it'll make the money and they're not super spread. Probably what I'm thinking. So you see, it popped up some. I sold really quick. It didn't go right away. I sold really quick, took a 30-cent loss on 20 contracts. Yo, it is what it is. It's what, 900, I don't know, whatever that loss that is. Ready to sell again. I got the top. Stochastics are pointing down. So if we look at something, and I'm pretty sure I probably thought about this,